thanks again for coming to that tea shop with me. If you ever need anything, just let me know. Oh, go on, sit. Let me just move some of this out of the way. You know, I didn't think you'd come, actually, considering how last minute I asked. Well, it was urgent. For starters, there's the only one around within a reasonable distance, and they procure some of the rarest blends I've yet to see. Also some of the most expensive, so it is exciting to just browse and sniff the various samples. More importantly, they had finally restocked that tea set I'd been eyeing. Yeah, with the golden spoons. I placed an order for one while you were asking about the infusers. Anyways, I really wanted to show my appreciation for your patience today, so I'm glad you agreed to have tea with me. Right then. Well, I have them sorted by the aroma they give off. Earthier ones here, floral ones, spiced ones, minty ones, and so on. And within each grouping, I've sorted them by their actual type. So black, green, oolong, and white. Yes, I'm sure I don't have any... Ha. Sarcasm doesn't suit your gentle face, my dear. Go ahead and pick whichever one piques your fancy, and I'll fetch the sweeteners. What do I suggest? Well, personally I'm torn between Earl Grey and Peppermint, although now I'm partial to serving you chamomile in the hopes of quieting that quick tongue of yours. I'll have to remember that comeback next time I'm joking with one of the clerks. And... there. Have you chosen one yet? I was hoping you'd pick that one. Yes, that'll do just fine. My. We haven't known each other long, but I'm so thankful to have met you. But of course! Who better than to share a cup of tea with than the person who saved your life? I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for you, and that's a fact. I would have died before trying jasmine with vanilla, and now I can't imagine my life without it. No need to be so modest. You have a good heart, so don't undervalue it. Speaking of the heart, tea can be a great way to keep it healthy. I wouldn't call it an obsession per se, although I'd much rather obsess over tea than anything else. I drink coffee as well, although it's a rare side of me nowadays. Whenever I fell sick or was just having a rough day, my father would make me a mug of spiced milk tea. The leaves weren't necessarily high quality, just a name brand hot and iced blend. I grew up with it. He'd brew it hot, pour in some milk, and then sprinkle in a good bit of cinnamon. But no matter what was ailing me, that recipe always seemed to do the trick. I'm not really big on milk anymore, but I stand by that recipe so long as I have the means to. Make it for you sometime. You want to do this again? Really? I'm glad to hear that. Well, enough about me. How have you been? You mentioned at the shop you found a place down the way? Well, that sure sounds cozy. If you ever need ideas for the decor, I happen to have a few friends well versed in interior design and can do the work at more than fair price. But that aside, I'm curious as to what led you to seek residence in this small town. Nothing really happens here, so what are your intentions? okay. Wait, really? Wow, that's... Well, it's beautiful that things are working out for you. So, dear hero, how does it taste? You're not just saying that. Well, that's great that you enjoyed it. Feel free to help yourself to more. Oh, of course, the baked goods that I brought along with me. Here, have a few. Yes, this one's made with honey. It's my favorite. You know, it's been some time since I could just sit down with someone and enjoy a delectable cup of tea. No worries, nowhere to be, no obligations, at least for a little while. You sound so well traveled. I must ask, what's it like in the outskirts? No way. I'll believe it when I see it. Well, nothing's wrong. Why do you ask so suddenly? Oh, my face gave it away, huh? It's just, I lost my brother to the outskirts. Most people who survive speak of it with a terror in their eyes that keeps me up at night. Yet you, a newcomer clad in silken metals, look like a child eager to return to a playground. I'm just amazed is all. No, don't feel sorry for me. If it weren't for me, he'd still be alive. As usual, my obsession proved too much. I asked him to find a rare flower for my tea. He was an aspiring adventurer, all too eager to get his feet wet and prove himself to everyone in this forsaken town. I was a fool for begging him like that. But that's enough self-pity. It isn't becoming of a good host. You've been such fine company, and yet I guilt you with a sob story. My apologies. The flower? It's a dicot that thrives in extreme and unprecedented conditions, which is why it's so rare to come by, and why it costs an arm, a leg, and a kidney to buy it from anyone so lucky to possess even a petal. You'd go? Really? No, I couldn't ask that of you after you already saved me from that fall. Yes, I'd pay handsomely for it. No price is too high. I believe, yes, there is an inn on the edge of the first town west of here. Ask for Bethel. If she's still there, explain your quest to her, but perhaps don't mention me at all. That's a story for another time, but for now, know that she can help you gather any information or equipment you may need on your journey. It isn't safe to continue this discussion for the time being. Like I said, it's a small town. Nothing really happens here. Most folks would prefer it stay that way. But you and I aren't like them. We crave adventure. Go to the inn. I'll meet you on the edge of town tomorrow morning once you have what you need. Thank you so much for your help. Oh, and hero, be careful. It's best not to lurk too far in the dark, especially when you're not sure where you're going. Well, thank you for allowing me to repay your kindnesses, sweet hero. Feel free to visit any time. Travel safe now.